What's up guys, thanks for tuning in to another edition of The Chef with a Beard. In today's episode guys, I'm going to be making a really epic, it's not your ordinary burger either guys. It's going to be spicy, sweet, savory. I'm actually going to be making a kimchi gochujang burger for the very first time. So I'm really curious to see how this turns out, but follow me. See you there. So in today's recipe guys, we're going to need a pound of lean or extra lean ground beef, kimchi slaw, garlic cloves, some gochujang paste, sesame seed oil, mayonnaise, some fresh ginger, toasted sesame seeds, sugar, and some soya sauce. So we're going to start by grabbing the fresh ginger. A real simple trick here guys with this, you can use a peeler if you want, but you can actually use a spoon. It's a wonderful tool actually for this. You just take the spoon and just run it along the skin as such, and as you can see here guys, it's only peeling off the skin. So if you're using like a paring knife or another type of peeler, sometimes the peeler gets kind of caught. The spoon guys is really awesome, just so keep this in mind. It's a great tool. So after we have the ginger peeled, we're gonna just take a small bit, just for this recipe here guys, thinly slice up both our ginger and our garlic, and we're just gonna mince it all up. So just try to get them as thin as you possibly can without cutting yourself with a knife there guys. So just always really important guys, always start out with a really nice sharp knife. If you plan on cooking a lot at home, investing in a pretty solid knife is always a good bet. So once you've achieved, it's a really small mince, should look like something like this. We're going to set this aside and we're going to start building the sauce. So we're going to start out by adding in some of the gochujang paste into a bowl. It's going to add some of that minced garlic and also the minced up ginger, a little bit of soy sauce, and some of the sesame seed oil. So what this here is guys, we're actually putting together the marinade for the burgers. Oh, I almost forgot. Gonna add a little touch of sugar. You don't have to go too crazy on it. Next we're gonna grab a big mixing bowl. We're gonna add in our lean beef, and we're just going to start adding in that lovely paste. After the paste has been added into the bowl, we're just going to start blending all this up. It's easier to do with a spatula. Just help us get it all in all the crevices a bit. So we got a lot of good flavors going on here right now guys. We're going to have a little bit of some sweetness in here. It's going to be very savory. There's going to be some heat kick to it. So I'm really excited to see how this turns out, but as you can see, I'm combining a bunch of different flavors into it. And it's just gonna, the end result's gonna be fantastic, I think. Alright, so we're almost there. We're gonna actually allow this to just kind of sit and relax just for a couple minutes, and then we're gonna start forming our patties. So you're gonna take just a small little handful, and it's gonna just be roughly 2 or 3 ounces. You can go ahead and you can weigh it out on a scale, or if you have like a small bowl, that will work as well. So you're just gonna roll it up into a nice little ball and just kind of just press down until you have a nice even, regular, circular looking shape. So if you plan on making these on your grill, it's probably important to allow these to actually sit in the fridge for a bit. Otherwise you're gonna put them on there and they're probably just gonna rip right off. But because we're cooking them in the pan today, it's gonna be a little easier, a little bit more forgiving. Also, I should probably mention the chili, the hot pepper paste in here, guys, the gochujang. It's pretty spicy. So if you have gloves, it's probably good to use. But if you're using your bare hands, it's fine. I choose to do that. Just don't touch your face or your eyes. That would kind of suck. So we're just trying to get a couple nice uniform size, and voila. We're just gonna let these. I'm gonna put these in the fridges for a couple minutes, and I'm gonna start getting the pan set up, and we're gonna start rocking this out. So you're gonna want to set a non-stick pan on a medium-high heat, and we're just gonna add a little bit of some olive oil in there. And without overcrowding the pan, I'm just gonna do like 1 or 2 at a time. You're gonna set the patties down, making sure that you're facing them away from you. So we're just gonna cook these for about 3 minutes per side. But it's really important here though too, guys, that there is sugar inside of these. So the sugar content will cause it to burn if you don't keep an eye on it. So it's very important that you make sure you have your pan's heat under control. So now after the initial first 3 minutes, we're just gonna check on these here. What we're gonna be looking for here, guys, is a nice caramelized looking color. So as you can see, maybe a tad bit a little too dark. So we're just gonna turn the heat down just a slight bit, I think. But it's not burnt. So once you flip them over, lower the heat just a little bit. Try not to move them around too much, so you don't want them to break apart. And we're gonna check on them, and in a couple minutes we're gonna set them aside and rest, and we're gonna start building our burgers. So while our burgers are resting for a couple minutes here, guys, we're just gonna whip together a nice little burger sauce. So we're gonna add in some mayonnaise, some more gochujang. Gonna add in a little bit of some sesame oil and some of those lovely toasted sesame seeds. I'm just gonna mix that up. So as you can see, a very nice, like, vibrant looking color. Almost looks like a chipotle sauce, guys. And this is gonna go really good, really good with our burger, I think. So we're gonna build the burger layer by layer here. Just gonna add a little bit of some of that nice gochujang mayo. Just cover a nice, generous amount on the bottom of the bun. Next, we're gonna add in the lettuce. A nice tomato. The burger. Generous amount of some kimchi. I'm just gonna add just a little bit more that sauce on the next layer of the bun, just to add like as a glue, and just gonna start the same process again. And there we have it, guys, our kimchi gochujang burger. This thing's a beast, guys. Gorgeous. Let's open this baby up and see what it looks like. Oh, it's gorgeous, guys. Look at that. Oh, so much moisture in there. Definitely try this out. As always, guys, thanks for tuning in today. If you're new and you're just passing through, if you enjoyed what you watched, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, may the 4th be with you.